Hi everyone, Crystal here. I wanted to give you a new moon activity for this new moon in Capricorn. If you don't know who I am, I'm Crystal and I do readings for runes, Russian gypsy cards, and I also like to bring little magical practices to our daily life because who doesn't need a little extra magic in their life, right? So if you are a part of my Facebook page, I'm also on Instagram and of course here on YouTube. I also have a group on Facebook called Kenazreadingsbycrystal, a gathering. So I invite you to come there because I like to do things for my more private group that I don't always post on my normal social media, Facebook page and the Instagram. So on Sunday, many of you may have already known that I focused on something I just discovered. Salt bowls. What is a salt bowl, you may ask? I'm glad you asked that question. Salt bowls are similar to Himalayan salt lamps. These are candle holders, but you know the lamps. Imagine when you go to the beach. The negative ions in the air, the sound-soothing waves. You feel relaxed, and the reason you feel relaxed and less stressed at the beach, besides the fact that you're not at the office, is because the salt in the air. Salt is very magical, very protective, very healing. It's a healing crystal. A lot of people don't even realize it. It is a crystal, okay? So salt bowls are similar to these, but you can customize them even more because you can have herbs and crystals, feathers, flowers, anything that inspires you. And you can make different kinds because they are temporary. The purpose for a salt bowl mostly is to cleanse the air, to absorb the negativity and transmute it back as positivity, to de-stress you, similar to being at the beach. That's the idea behind the salt lamps. But you can customize a salt lamp. You plug it in, you turn it on. They're beautiful. They're soothing. I love them. I have several of them in my house. But discovering these salt bowls was really exciting for me because I've been kind of playing with this, I don't know what you want to call it, witchy-poo stuff, spiritual stuff, since I was early teen, even less, probably pre-teen. Never heard of a salt bowl. So that came up the other day, and I dedicated Sunday in my group to making them. That is where you can find so much information on what kinds of salts there are. I didn't know there were so many kinds of salts. Different herbs and their magical properties. I'm going to hit on some today, but there's more, I guess, research and information there in the group. So if you aren't a part of the group, send me a request. It's a very private group. So send me a request, I will approve you, and then you can go in and see that information. But so for today, I want to celebrate the new moon in Capricorn and do a salt bowl with you. So this is a salt bowl that I had already done the other day. It was previously the home of a candle. In fact, it says linen scented candle. I love H&M's candles. So what I did was I added pink Himalayan salt. And a lot of the stuff you have in your kitchen, you don't have to go on Amazon and go crazy buying stuff like I may have done. But in investigating stuff, I was like, ooh, that looks cool. I don't have that. Ooh, that. And herbs really aren't that expensive. So, you know, you can just, a lot of the stuff may be in your kitchen. If not, Amazon delivers to your house. You don't even have to leave your house. So pink Himalayan salt. Then I have pieces of raw frankincense. I'll tell you what all these mean in a minute. The cloves, whole cloves, small cinnamon sticks, and instead of a cherry on top, I have a feather on top. So I'll tell you a little bit more about this, but this is the one that I made so that I could have it with my readings. When I do my Russian gypsy card readings or my rune readings, I have this right there. So if you get readings from me, you'll probably notice this new addition in your photos. And if you don't know about my readings, contact me. I have a lot of really good specials. I still have my New Year's specials going on, my Rune New Year's specials. They're probably going to be discontinued soon. Okay, back to business. Okay, you need a base salt. Now, most of us do have, or I think, at least most of my friends do, have pink Himalaya salt in their house. Table salt can be used, but it's very processed, so it's best to do everything natural. Now, if pink Himalayan salt or black Himalayan salt, which I did not know about, I got this in the chunks, in the grano, for Spanish, it's raw. Pink Himalayan salt and black Himalayan salt, or otherwise known, ready for this, I love this, Kala Namak. Kala Namak. How cool is that? Poor pink Himalayan salt doesn't have a special little name like this. This is pink Himalayan salt, but it's from caves where there's a high mineral content. So it is pink on the inside, but it has like a dark gray or brown around it. I don't know if you guys can really see that. And then, of course, pink Himalayan salt. Now, this is fine ground because I cook with it. And I will soon be cooking with this. Okay, so there we go there. I have something in a little thing here. Is that it? Or what is sticking out here? Sorry. That was really bothering me. Ha. No, still. There we go. See how hard it is for me to do my rune readings? Because I'm always like trying to make them exactly symmetrical, and you know, life's just not symmetrical, so why try? Although nature does a pretty good job of it sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to create, this is one I created the other day, I'm going to create one for you. Here, it's actually not for you, but it's for a Christmas present, and I thought, well, I'll do it with you so that we can kind of learn together. This is from another candle, and it is rich mahogany, so in case you want to know the flavor that it used to be. So I'm going to make this as a little gift for somebody, so it does have a little top on it. I'll have to be very careful when I deliver it that I don't shake it up. Let's see. So you want to start with a salt base. There's red salt, there's white salt, there's Celtic salt, there's pink salt, there's even red salt, there's the black salt. Now this is Kala Namak. There is a black lava salt from Hawaii, which is black, like super black. Now, I did not bring my charcoal out, but I will probably mix charcoal in with this to make it even blacker. Online, and also, you can look up any of this stuff online, the magical properties, the information about, but if you want to just go straight to the group, I do have information how to make black witch's salt. Now that's a whole nother thing, okay? So that there is, some of it's really odd. It's like dirt, shavings from a black pan. It's a little bit much, but you can make your own salt, even with table salt and the charcoal and intention, and maybe add a couple of little extra things to it. But remember, especially black witch's salt is not for consumption. And these little bowls that you're going to make are not for consumption. Why? What is the purpose of a salt bowl? It's to absorb negative energy and also to put other properties out there into your home. So if you do something to absorb negativity, you're not going to want to ingest that. So be careful with pets and kids. Make sure that it is out of the reach of them, okay? Now, when you do this, you can touch gently to the top of the salt for it to pull the negativity out of you, for you to cleanse yourself, to cleanse your, you can sprinkle a little bit around you. You can sprinkle this on carpets, just a little bit, and then vacuum it up. You can sprinkle it in doorways and windowsills when it's first made. You obviously don't want to have this out for weeks and then go sprinkle your negative energy salt around. These are temporary. For how long, you ask? Some people do it for every moon cycle, new to full, full to new. Some people do it every month. Sometimes it's just when you feel, because sometimes people make big salt bowls. These are just little ones because I want to change the properties every so often. So when you feel it, when you feel like, I don't feel like it's got the punch that it had, that's a good time to change it, okay? All right, let me get something over here. Okay, so I did this one with pink salt the other day. Now, pink salt is for cleansing. It's for healing. It's for absorbing negative energy as well, and it's for purifying. But it's a lighter salt. It's, you know, it's pink, so you could use it for love as well. Now, I want to use my new, thanks Amazon, I have to keep cheating and look, Kala Namak. I just love the way it sounds, but I can't remember it. So this is the black Himalayan salt. Now, if you want to conserve your special gourmet salts, it's okay to put some of this in with table salt, so it's not so expensive. This really isn't too expensive, but sometimes people don't want to use their good salts for this. Okay, now Kala Namak. Oh, I didn't open it. I thought it was open. Oh my. See if I can open it here. Why do they make this so adult-proof? Okay, so Kala Namak, let me see if I can, is for negativity, for banishing negativity, for meditation, for protection. I wonder if you can see this here. Of course, I'm making a mess. But it's like a darker green, okay? It's for cleansing, protecting, dispelling negativity. So I want this to be the base of my present for my friend. I'm not going to say who in case she sees this. Okay. Try not to make as much of a mess as I'm making. Okay, now I do want, now it's important to have an intention with this too, okay? Like, don't make a mess intention. It's important to have an intention. So as you're doing this, of course I'm explaining it in the video, so it's a little bit hard, but you know, imagine that if this is for you or for a specific room or for a specific person intending, crystals absorb. You can charge the crystals, and this is new moon. I'm going to take this and put it under the new moon in a little while here, okay? Now I do want to put a little bit of the cleansing, bringing positive energy, rose salt, just on top. Because it's pretty. These can be very artistic. If you're not artistic, don't worry about it. I'm not, but I like to have contrast. Okay, so I don't know what I'm going to use. This is raw frankincense, and this is for cleansing. I'm looking at my cheat sheet. Cleansing, meditation, purification, and protection. It's raw, so it's not it's an incense, but you would burn it on little diffusers, water diffusers, or also on the charcoal briquettes. I love frankincense. So I definitely want to put some of that in there. You don't need much. Frankincense is very powerful. But it also was good over these past weeks for Christmas and the new star, the North Star. I wish I could show this to you. Am I going to be able to show this to you? I'll have to post a picture. Okay, then I have a bunch of other stuff. I have cinnamon, which is for spirituality, love, strength, bringing money, success, and passion. Don't worry about taking notes here. Go to the group and everything is posted there, okay? I have mint, which is for happiness, luck, mental clarity, healing and travel, also for attracting money, or it says Irma Buena because I'm in Mexico. This is rosemary or romero, and rosemary is very, very, very powerful. It's for warding off evil, psychic attack, psychic detox, protection, past life recall, which is really cool. And I actually have this in the salt bowl next to my bed because it wards off nightmares. Not that I have a lot of nightmares, but why not go with prevention, okay? Cinnamon sticks. Now you can use powdered cinnamon. I like the cinnamon sticks. It depends. You can put some powdered cinnamon if you don't really have room. And this one here, it's got little tiny cinnamon sticks, but these are big fat ones. This obviously is not going to go here, but I just wanted to have some different options for ingredients. Oh, I have hojas de laurel quebradas, or laurel leaves. They're not whole, they are the broken ones, which works out because whole ones can be pretty big. So these are like little a little bit broken up. But they still look cute. You can stand them up in the salt thing, in the salt bowl, the salt thing. That's very professional. Got my witch's brew coffee. You may want that as part of your regimen here. And then clove is for attracting friends, if you want people in your life. Prosperity, attracting love, and banishing evil, okay? So pretty much everything that I picked is for protection because I just feel that, well, pretty much the world needs that, and why wouldn't you start with your home, okay? So I started with the black Himalayan salt, the Kamal Namak, I remembered it. The pink Himalayan salt, some pieces of the, oh, where'd it go? Frankincense, very sacred frankincense. And let's see, so, oh, I also have some feathers here. So that's gonna be our little final touch. Okay, so I like the cloves. I love how all this smells. Obviously don't put anything that you don't like the smell of, like if you don't like cinnamon. These are whole cloves. So they're like little sticks with little like seeds on top. I like those because I can kind of like, I'm going to put these in like the upper, well, it doesn't have a corner crystal because it's a circle, but I'm going to put these kind of like all up in one side, in one quadrant. Quadrant, it's a weird word. You know what I mean. Like if you split the circle in four, of course it's sticking to my fingers more than, you just have to roll with it. Sometimes it doesn't come out exactly the way you want, but it's always perfect. Okay, so clove was for attracting friends, prosperity, and attracting love. Who doesn't need love in their life? It doesn't have to be romantic love. It can just be love. Love for yourself. Love yourself. Okay, next I think I want to put, now I take, no, maybe it's easier this way. I don't want to get too much out at once. This is the rosemary. Give every ingredient some love. Oh my God, it's so good. You know, you shouldn't just be like, flap, 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 flap. Give it some intention, give it some love. So I'm gonna put this in another quadrant next to the cloves. Now I have that, I didn't tell you how I did the frankincense, I just kind of sprinkled it all over evenly. Okay. So rosemary again was warding off evil, psychic detox. I wonder if it would detox psychos from your life. We'll find out. Past life recall, and of course avoiding nightmares. Okay. The cinnamon sticks are way too big, but you can open them and break them down. I don't want to do that because in order for me to deliver this to my friend, I'm going to have to put the top on, and I can't do that if I have this, unless I give this to her on the side and say stick it in when you're done. Let's put some laurel leaves, which again are laurel leaves, bay leaves. I didn't tell you in English. Bay leaves attract money, protection, kind of help with psychic skills, and, well, spells. How convenient. Okay, if you don't want to do spells, then we'll just say this is a fun little ritual. This is something you can do with your kids. Like a fun little natural craft thing, and it's way less messy than paint. Less of a cleanup. Much easier to pick up salt than it is paint all over your table. My kids are teenagers, so I don't have to worry about that, but I do remember. Now I'm just putting a whole bunch in the back here. I'm going to have to stick them further down to put the top on because this little guy's up, but yeah, I'll be able to push them down. Now, I'm kind of doing it harder than it needs to be because this is a tiny little tin. You can do it in a big bowl. It's nice to have a decorative bowl because it will be, well, decoration for your house. You want something that makes you feel good at home. It like combines with everything. It smells good. You want it to kind of make you happy when you see it. Now, you don't just do it and slap it up and forget about it. It's important for you to acknowledge it and thank for it because this is all natural. This is nature inside your house. So it is important for you to be like, hi, little salt bowl. No, you don't have to do it out loud, especially if you have guests, because they're probably going to put you in the loony bin. But, you know, when you see it, smile at it. Like, give it some love. Touch it with your fingertips, you know, kind of on your chakras. You know, you don't have to like dig in, just a little bit of the powder from the top. Smell it. Oh my God, this mixture. I should make perfumes from this. I have no idea how to make perfume. So that could be a problem. And I'm sure they're probably already made. All right, so this is getting, I'm already at 20 minutes. Didn't plan on doing that, but anyway, so I'll start wrapping this up, unless you're gonna miss me. And if you are gonna miss me, subscribe, write some comments below, join my Facebook page, my Instagram, which is really pathetic. My Facebook page has like 3,500 because I restarted it a few times. But my Instagram, I can't break 300. I get to 300 and then I lose people. So if you're on Instagram, kenazreadingsbycrystal. Is that a pathetic plug for my Instagram? Okay, so now I have feathers. Now I'm gonna put these in here, but when I give them to my friend, I'm gonna take them out and lay them down so they don't get completely ruined. And I'm gonna put them, so I put the bay leaves standing up between the edge and the salt all along the back. And then I don't want this to be super symmetrical, so I'm gonna leave these little guys. I find feathers everywhere. Now feathers, what are the meaning of feathers? Well, it depends. I'm glad you asked. No, it depends. You know, I feel like they're a hint from the universe that the angels are with me. I also feel like it's telling me that money is coming. Oh my God, they're so cute. Are you guys gonna be able to see this? Really impressed with myself right now. It's also for taking flight, where the salt, I'm having a download right now. Do you ever get a ringing in your ears? That's really cool. When you get a ringing in your ears, it's supposed to be a DNA download. I don't know what I'm getting downloaded, but I hope it's something like superpowers or something. So salt is from Mother Earth, so it's very grounding. So are crystals. This is an aqua aura crystal to call in the angelic realm, to connect to the angelic realm, which I guess it's working because I have the ringing in my ears. And then so the feathers would allow you to take a flight, but you're still grounded. So it's kind of like the crown chakra is flying, but your feet and your root chakra are still grounded. And that's like the best of both worlds. Because if you're too flying and out there and in other dimensions, you get really distracted here on the material realm, and that's when you like stub your toe or have a car accident or lose something. And so if you're grounded and you're here and you're aware and you're present, then it's okay to fly a little bit, but you're not going to go too far. Okay? All right. So I'm city noises. This is why I have to have nature in my house. Okay. So I'm going to try to show this to you without totally mixing it up. So I did it with the label in the front. I could have done it the other way so you don't see it. But here are all my little ingredients there. Here are my feathers, my 3 little feathers, and then the little bay leaves. Can you see it? My arms aren't long enough. Okay, so what else can you add? Well, if you have, I didn't bring my little crystals, but I have little tiny crystals you can get on Wish. They're so cheap on Wish. You can buy like 100 grams of crystals, broken crystals, little tiny pyramid crystals, and you can sprinkle those in these. Or if you have a big bowl, go to my group, because people who did their bowls put them up. I know Lynn put up a bowl, and my friend Kaylin, and their bowls were just spectacular. It can really be just like, maybe there was a bowl left over from a set you had that you really loved, but the rest all broke. Use it for a salt bowl. You can use big shells. You can use pieces of wood. You can use, if you live near the woods and you're walking, you find like a nice piece of bark. You can use that as long as it can hold the salt in there, because you don't want it like flying everywhere. Now again, when you feel that the energy is done and it's not doing its job anymore, you just feel like, okay, I want to make a new salt bowl. Don't throw this in your garden. Yes, we want to return it to the earth, ideally, but don't throw it on anything you want to live, because salt will kill plants, okay? You may want to put it in your driveway where the grass is coming up, so you don't have to use, what's that stuff, the weed killer stuff? It's good, I don't even remember it. It's so bad for the environment. But you can put it on the sidewalk in the little connection part so grass doesn't come through. Because you don't want to, again, you don't want your dog to get it, but you also don't want to put it near a plant, because if you put it around like a house plant, you're going to kill it. They don't like salt, or they would live at the beach. Okay, so that's kind of everything that I've got. So I'm just going to say thank you. If this information was good and you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a donation. I have my PayPal down below in the description. Be sure to subscribe. I'm going to try to get on here more and more. I took about a year off during COVID time, 2020 time. I just didn't even think about working on my YouTube video, which most people, or YouTube channel, most people actually started theirs and actually probably got a big run at it. But here I am, and I will do my best to try to get on here more often. If you want a reading with me, PM me through Facebook or Instagram. We can set up a reading. The way I do readings, you don't have to be there. We don't have to connect. It's not an appointment. I live in Mexico City, and I have people in Australia, Greece, Scotland, England, Canada, all over the place, all zones in the United States. So the way that I do it is by a voice file with the photos. So I send it to you and you listen to it at your convenience, and then you have a permanent record. So you can listen to it as many times as you want, and you get follow-up with me. I would say a good 80 to 90% of my customers are repeat customers. I have a relationship with them because we discuss the readings and how it connects to their life to the level of comfort that they feel about sharing. Most of the time, people share things with me, so I feel good about that. But so if you're interested in runes, which is the Viking alphabet, I read the Elder Futhark, or the Russian Gypsy cards, hit me up, okay? Thank you so much, everyone. It was good that you were here. Share this with anyone you might think is interested in this. This is a fun thing, whether you're super spiritual and witchy or not. It's a fun thing to do. So thanks so much. Lots of love. And this is a great thing to do on the new moon, to create what you want to grow between now and the full moon. See you soon.